Hey guys, S21 here, and today we're talking about the potential lost Funko Wave. Now, before I tell the thumbnail what I'm going to talk about, and I have an incredibly, totally real source to back my claim, so here he is.
Oh, it's you. I can confirm lost or indeed there's a second Pizza Sim Wave was in production because I am the overseer of all things at Funko.
Oh, come on, man.
Telling the audience about my super important job and stuff.
Stop lying.
No, I'm not lying.
Don't believe anything this guy says.
Well, as you can see, very reputable source. Anyway, now there's reasons why I think this wave exists and was likely cancelled or didn't go into production. So, you know, I'll get onto the fucking point. The first thing that pointed me to believe there was a second wave is the choices they chose in the Plush Wave and, more importantly, the Figure Wave, which is what I'm talking about for most of this video, by the way. As you can see, very strange. 2 rock stars, 2 mediocres, 2 scraps, 1 Mexican, and it's a very odd choice for Funko to do. With there supposedly only being one wave, if Funko were going to do a single wave, it should have really been, you know, Rockstar Freddy, Rockstar Bonnie, Rockstar Chica, Rockstar Foxy, Lefty, Scrap Baby. So it's just an odd choice to include some mediocres. Seems odd, but what if, let's say, there was a huge gap between games and to make a Pizza Sim wave? Oh wait, there was! My point is that I think Funko had plans to spread Pizza Sim across 2 waves, so they would have done, you know, Rockstar Freddy, Wave 1, Rockstar Foxy, Wave 1, Rockstar Bonnie, Wave 2, Rockstar Chica, Wave 2, Scrap Baby, Wave 1, Lefty, Wave 1, Molten Freddy, Wave 2, Scrap Trap, Wave 2, Pig Patch, Wave 1, Orville, Wave 1, Mr. Hippo, Wave 2, Happy Frog, Wave 2, L Chip, Wave 1, Funtime Chica, Wave 2. It made perfect sense to me. Split everything up in 2 waves, 7 characters in Wave 1, 7 characters in Wave 2, and if you're asking, why the fuck did they do it? It was like fucking cool. Well, it's quite obvious why. First reason might have been the fact that the Pizza Sim Wave just didn't really sell well. The only ones that sold well were the 2 rock stars, and the other 3 sold pretty terribly, and Lefty was kind of a bit weird, so I don't really know how well he sold. They sold so bad where I think you can still find them in stores. I did a poll on my Instagram that you should definitely follow, and most people said that they could, like, a lot of the votes were still saying that they still found Pizza Sim stuff, even, like, today, like, this year. And I have seen, you know, like, Rockstar Freddy plushes, Orville figures, like, still in the US, like, floating around stores and stuff. So, you know, it's not a good sign if the wave that you created is still in stock after 6 years. So Funko may have just thought there wasn't much point in releasing part 2, like, of the wave, since how mediocre, pun intended, the first wave sold. Now, the second reason why I think they didn't release Pizza Sim Wave 2 comes down to the promotion for Pizza Sim. Now, Funko didn't know Scott wasn't going to tease the game at all and just drop it randomly, meaning there wasn't going to be any hype for the game, and general audiences would have no clue about Pizza Sim, so the way was doomed to fail. Because, you know, with Scott, Fnaf 6 was kind of made as like a finale to Fnaf. Well, obviously it wasn't, but, like, you know, for the Scott era, it was kind of like the finale. So I think Scott probably just sort of, like, you know, I don't think he tried making the game too merchandisable or anything like that, and so Funko just kind of had to work what they were given. I do think Scott did add some characters just to kind of be merchandisable, like, you know, like Funtime Chica or like the rock stars. Like, realistically, we didn't need them, but, you know, I felt like they were kind of added in there because Funko were probably like, hey Scott, you know, when are you working on something? You know, can we get some stuff to do, some stuff to sell? Also, maybe, just hypothetical here, complete bullshit, insane theory, maybe Scott, because he was going to make Pizza Sim free and wasn't going to make any sales off it, he increased the roster of the characters, so then some merch companies would have to make more merchandise of Pizza Sim. Obviously, that didn't happen. Merch companies still ignore Fnaf 6, and I'm pretty sure it's the game with the least amount of merchandise. Besides Fnaf 3, but Fnaf 3, like, you know, it doesn't really count. Fnaf 3's been neglected as fuck. But, you know, Fnaf 6, like, should really have a lot of merchandise, but it just doesn't outside of Funko. So, you know, a complete insane rant for me, by the way. But anyway, like, another example, you know, Security Breach. Security Breach had a lot of promotion for it, like, a lot of promotion. And so Funko made a lot more Security Breach stuff because of that amount of promotion. I believe they would have done the exact same Pizza Sim if Pizza Sim actually did get, like, you know, marketing, but it didn't. It got, like, you know, that one Scrap Baby teaser, that one Freddy Fazbear's Chica thing that didn't even appear in the game, and that was it. So, you know, there wasn't, the general audiences had no clue about Pizza Sim. Now, the big glow-in-the-dark elephant in the room, the glow-in-the-dark wave. And I'll be real, I can't explain why they made this. Maybe it was a placement for Wave 2, but I am not really sure. I do find it funny though, because this wave did just kind of like directly get stolen by Fat Mojo when they're making Bending the Dark Revival Wave 2. Which is the only thing notable about this wave that I remember, is that like how Fat Mojo just completely stole the idea of Funko. Was the fact that they didn't include Scrap Baby for some odd reason. Now, something I should probably mention as well is the plushes, pops, and minis. First off, I think Funko only do one wave for the minis, which makes sense. So that's why they decided to, like, you know, make as much stuff as possible for Pizza Sim, like, in the minis. Because, you know, it shows to us that they had access to all these Pizza Sim characters, and they just decided not to. Obviously, I think, because they were going to do wave 2, but, you know, it's up for debate. Obviously, you know, that's my opinion, but, you know, you can have your own opinion. I'm not going to fucking kill you if you think Funko wanted to do one wave only, but, you know, whatever. Now, with the pops, I'm pretty sure they probably would have done a smaller version of Wave 2, because it's weird what they did with the pops and plushes as well, because they did, like, a lot of the mediocres and didn't do, like, any of the rock stars. Like, I'm very surprised they didn't get Rockstar Bonnie and Chica into a pop. We got, like, you know, all of the mediocre melodies. We got, like, Happy Frog, Mr. Hippo, Pig Patch, Orville. Like, you know, it's a bit weird why they has to do that, but maybe, you know, they're going to do a second smaller wave that had, like, you know, Rockstar Bonnie, Rockstar Chica, Molten Freddy, Scrap Trap, I can't say his fucking name, and Candy Cadet maybe, because he would have been a pop, like, probably. Like. And finally with the plushes, I'm guessing they would have done the same thing with with the pops, where they would have done, like, you know, Rockstar Bonnie, Rockstar Chica, Molten Freddy, Scrap Trap. They already did Candy Cadet, I can't say him. Like Ned Bear or something, I don't know. So in conclusion, you know, was there ever a wave 2 of Pizza Sim stuff? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I could only want to do one wave, and they just thought, like, you know, instead of focusing on one thing, they tried spread things out, maybe. But I find the fact that we have, like, half of everything a bit weird. Like, I don't know, it's a bit strange to me. Before Security Breach came out, it felt like Funko sort of were giving up on Fnaf a little bit, because, you know, Scott Warner must have said to them, you know, hey, this is the Fnaf, like, probably the final game, you know, we're doing a VR game, but you can't really do anything based off that. You know, they had Curse of Dreadbear eventually, but, you know, in the base game, couldn't do enough characters, because Funko didn't want to do wizards and stuff. So, yeah, Funko are very stubborn, which I'll probably make a video on. Anyway, you don't care, I don't care, goodbye.
Some dude stole my Mario mix from me, so I ruined his life. Hello, my name is
Mr. Peterson.
It's Jeffrey Epstein.